wanted to talk about how to make friends with the wind. I've heard a lot of people talk about how it drives them crazy. The wind can be really disruptive and feel really uncomfortable. And I think that's partly because the wind can kind of shake things up. I mean, if you think about what the wind does to all the stuff around the yard, it blows things everywhere and shakes everything up. And I think that that is actually part of its magic, that the wind is available for us to shake up some stuff inside as well. And that's why it often feels really uncomfortable. And so, a couple of thoughts of how to actually work with the wind in a way that feels supportive to you. So, first one is make sure you're dressed warm enough because it's cold sometimes when the wind blows, especially in Colorado. And so, make sure that you're in a position where you can still be warm, but allow that wind to flow through you. And while the wind comes in and shakes things up and stirs you up, you can invite that sensation of being stirred up to look at what you're ready to let go of. And then allow yourself to take a moment and release that into the wind. So you can ask the wind to actually blow through you from one side, through you, out the other side, maybe facing where the wind is coming from, and really allow it to just flow right through your whole body and invite all of that energy that's stirred up that you're ready to release to go out with the wind. And this practice, standing on the top of a mountain, feeling the wind and letting it blow through, can feel really powerful. And also honoring the element of air, that wind is reminding us of the power of that element. So sometimes, when we think about the element of water, you can think about a sweet little stream or a little pond, and that feels really beautiful and subtle. And then you think about the ocean and the waves and the tidal wave and the power of the water in that way. And same with air. So the air that comes in as we breathe in and the air that we breathe out is incredibly life sustaining, of course. It's, really the thing that we need most often is air, right? We can only survive a minute or so without air. And recognizing that sometimes it's that nice, subtle breath, and sometimes it's a huge gust of wind, and showing you that power of the wind. That's really powerful too. And so honoring the element of air when the wind blows a big gust through you or to you, just being grateful for that element of air and for the oxygen that comes and feeds you and sustains you. And then you can also think about the spirit of air, the spirit of wind. And there are many cultures around the world, indigenous cultures, who really honor the wind spirit. You can probably think back to, some childhood story where you saw the big wind monster who blows the wind, and there's an energy, there's a spirit of the wind. And so we can also tune into that spirit of the wind and ask for messages and be in a place of gratitude and love. So breathing our love and gratitude towards the wind, feeling the breeze right now. It's a little more gentle than it's been, and just allowing yourself to absorb whatever level of breeze is coming back in return, and whatever messages might be flowing to you on the wind. And so sometimes you can go out into the windy day and just exhale and then inhale. What is the wind bringing me? What is the wind saying? So if I do that right now and take a moment and just allow the wind starting to get a little stronger as I ask, wind, what's your message for me? And then it just kind of calmed. And so I'm receiving a message of calm and release from the wind, that there's really nothing to worry about, that I can just take some time and release and relax into the support.